Why hello there, my name is Ark and I'm a Penguin, and today I am here to talk about dead things. Dead things are things that are dead, and dead things means things that are no longer alive and therefore dead. Some things that are dead include some dead things such as Abraham Lincoln, the dab, Constantinople being called Constantinople, my back, the Wii U, and even MySpace. But I only own two of those things, being Abraham Lincoln and the Wii U. I used to own my back, but I don't anymore. And I would talk about Abe Lincoln, but that's for another video. Today I'm here to talk about Death the video game system, the Wii U. Now, fun fact, the Wii U is actually so dead that it died before it was even announced. And legend says that even talking about this system will kill you, so I better be on the lookout for death. Just in case I brought some bug spray to repel it in case it gets too close. You know, you can never be too cautious. Ah! There it is!
Nintendo released the Wii on November 19th, 2006, and people went absolutely nuts for this thing. I mean, it's crazy. People were camping out for this in the PS3, which made them notoriously hard to find in stores and online. While scalpers are one of the main reasons this was the case, we cannot deny the success of these consoles. This generation's console sales were through the roof for Microsoft, Sony, and especially Nintendo. All of the consoles from this generation broke 80 million sales, which is insane. But neither the Xbox 360 or PS3 exceeded 90 million, while the Wii at the end of its life exceeded 100 million, making the Wii at the time Nintendo's most successful home console, despite the fact that unlike the PS3 and 360, it didn't run games in HD and had a similar power level to the GameCube. Despite the Wii's success, the Wii is one of the most hated on consoles of all time. The main reasons people bring up are the fact that it had a ton of shovelware, the motion controls were a gimmick, too many games required motion controls, many felt the library was lackluster, and it was popular, and people just have to hate anything popular because they're special. But even though I do disagree with a lot of the Wii's criticisms, I agree with a lot of them, and the ones I disagree on are still very valid. I mean, even though I didn't think that the library was lackluster, there could be somebody out there who didn't care about Mario Galaxy, or didn't like Twilight Princess, or, I was gonna say, or hated Skyward Sword, but let's be real, pretty much anybody with a pulse hates Skyward Sword. The main takeaway from the Wii's success was that how this success could either make or break Nintendo in the next generation. At E3 2011, Nintendo announced the successor to the Wii, the Wii U.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Agreed.
This reveal showed off the new gamepad controller that would contain a touchpad, a camera, gyro, and off-screen play. Yeah, that last one was the only one that completely failed at what it did.
A lot of people hate this system's guts. But personally, I really like this thing. I acknowledge its flaws, of course, but I also try to bring light to the things that this system did right. So let's dive back into the system and see why exactly people hate it so much and why I like it. And who knows, maybe I'll even be able to change somebody's opinion and make them hate it more than they already do.
The Wii U was far from my first console, but it was one of the many consoles I grew up with. Now you could say that my love of this console is biased, and you're 100% right. But that doesn't take away from my opinion, because the entire point of an opinion is bias. If you aren't biased towards something, then you don't really have an opinion. So yes, I am biased towards this console because I have an opinion on it. Starting around 6 years ago, I would go over to Isaac and Kai's. If you don't know who Isaac and Kai are, here they are on screen. You might know them from Cancel. I would go over to their house every Monday for over 3 years, and that's when our passion for film and storytelling began and grew. But after we made those videos, we would immediately go to inside their house and start playing the Wii U. And to be honest, many of the Wii U's games inspired ideas for videos, specifically our oldest videos. And even some of our newest videos today were inspired by the Wii U's games. The games we'd usually play included, Smash Bros, Mario 3D World, Nintendo Land, Mario Kart 8, and, Minecraft. But my daily opinion of games is scheduled for a bit later. So for now, let's discuss the actual hardware itself. I'll be honest, this system looks way more sophisticated than the Wii to me, with its rounded edges and glossy black color. I will say that I do prefer the non-glossiness of the Wii because the Wii and Wii U gamepad have a ton of fingerprints all over them, and as somebody who has OCD, that can be ever so slightly infuriating. Now, in terms of the actual gamepad itself, Man, this thing is so underrated in my opinion. So many of its features enhance so many games. However, while it was awesome in games like Nintendo Land and Mario Maker, it was infuriating in games like Paper Mario Color Splash and Star Fox Zero. I will say that despite the annoying implementation in so many games, the Wii U gamepad is wildly comfortable. But overall, I do think the Pro Controller is better. It's a weird thing where I prefer the Pro Controller over the gamepad, but I always use the gamepad, and I'm happy that it is the main controller. Now, in terms of the Wii U when it launched, man, it was slow. Loading into a game took forever, and loading into an app like Netflix or YouTube took even more forever. Foreverer, you could say. And even though it did get an update, it's still not great. I mean, it's tolerable now, but, you know, it's not the best it could possibly be. Most Wii U's came bundled with a game, and usually that game was Nintendo Land. As far as I'm aware, every single Wii U came bundled with a game, sometimes even two. And most of the time, at least one of those games was Nintendo Land. Even a lot of the Wii U's that came bundled with another game still came with Nintendo Land.
It's everywhere.
The Wii U had a ton of bundles, so I'll just go and list them all off right now. It came bundled with Splatoon, Mario Kart 8, Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Bros. U, Zombie U, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, Super Mario Maker, and Irrelevancy.
Hey, I forgot to include the double bundles, the double pack bundles that came with 2 games, so here they are on screen right now. Sorry. Back to the video.
Before the basic set was discontinued, you could choose between the basic Wii U set or the deluxe Wii U set. The basic set came with 8GB of storage, no game, and a cost of $300. The deluxe set came with 32GB of storage, a game, occasionally 2 games, and costs only $350, which would be the exact same price as buying a basic set and another game. Now, normally I would say that the deluxe set is superior in every way, and I will, but the material is a little bit better. But other than that, the basic set is inferior in every way, man. If you want to buy a Wii U, definitely go with the deluxe set. It is the way to go. Something I've always appreciated about the Wii U are the folders you could create. On the main menu, you could make an absolute boatload of folders you could put games and apps into to keep your Wii U organized. You can even move games around inside the folders to alphabetically organize them, or just however you want to organize them. It's incredible. This made virtual console purchases way more enjoyable for me, because now whenever I want to play a specific virtual console game, like for example if I want to play like an N64 game, I know exactly where to go and where to go in the folders. It's fantastic. Now, in terms of actually buying the Wii U Virtual Console games on the eShop, oh my god, man, this is it. If you know me, then you definitely know that I prefer to own physical versions of everything I play. But if a game only releases digitally, I won't have a complete aneurysm. But whenever I did buy a game digitally, the Wii U eShop helped me feel a bit better about the sin I was committing. In my opinion, this is easily the best eShop so far, man. It has the best music. It has so many great tracks. I think it has 2, so many, because 2 is so many, man. It's got the best layout. It's got the best search engine. I just only wish I could say the same for the Switch, because if the Switch had the same type of eShop, the Switch would officially be better than the Wii U in every way, in my opinion.
We've been talking about the hardware a lot, so why don't we move over and talk about the games? Let's start out with the third-party support, or as I like to call it, no.
I do not like the third-party support on this system. They did have some solid exclusive titles such as LEGO City Undercover, Bayonetta 2, Wonderful 101, and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, and some solid non-exclusive third-party titles like Assassin's Creed 3 and 4, Bayonetta 1, Minecraft, Arkham Origins, and Rayman Legends. But there were a lot of stinkers, like Zombie U, Devil's Third, Family Party, 30 Great Games, Disney Infinity 1, 2, and 3.0, Hello Kitty Cruisers, and Funky Barn are just a few middle to lower quality third-party games on the Wii U. And even one of the best and biggest third-party exclusive titles in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate was hastily ported to the 3DS due to the Wii U's lower sales. Now, in terms of first-party titles, this is way better. This system's first-party support is actually probably the worst of any of Nintendo's home consoles, but that does not mean it's bad. Just underwhelming. There were some great Nintendo-published titles, and even some amazing ones. As of right now, Pikmin 3 is my favorite Pikmin game, and it is one of my all-time favorites. Man, I could replay Pikmin 3 any day of the week, and I never get tired of it. It is just so much fun. I love it to death. You know, I mean, I love the other Pikmin games, of course, but there's just something so refined about 3's formula. Super Mario 3D World was, and in many ways still is, extremely underwhelming, but it is an absolute blast and one of the best, if not the best, Mario game for multiplayer. And while its Switch port is superior in every way, in my opinion, I still think you need to play the Wii U version in order to appreciate those improvements. Xenoblade Chronicles X is a fantastic game, and a fantastic Xenoblade game. It has the best open world in the franchise so far, easily. I admit the music is way too loud in the cutscenes, and the audio cut is absolutely atrocious, but those are my only true flaws with this game, because otherwise this is a phenomenal game. I do prefer the first game, but I still absolutely adore X. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U before Ultimate was my first or second favorite Smash game. I personally love all the Smash games, but for a while Smash 4 was the definitive Smash game. Now, in terms of concept, the best game on the Wii U easily was Super Mario Maker. This is easily one of the most brilliant ideas Nintendo has ever had, and the level maker was basically born to work on the Wii U gamepad. I am happy and proud to give the Best Use of the Gamepad award to Super Mario Maker on the Wii U. It is fantastic. Nintendo Land is my favorite party game of all time and one of my favorite games of all time. Moving on. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is one of the best 2D platformers I have ever played. The music, the buttery controls, the level design, the art design, it is all absolutely incredible. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker has no right to be as good as it is. I mean, it was a pretty short game based on the Cap Toad levels from 3D World, but it was so cool and has one of the best box arts on Wii U, in my opinion, and possibly one of my favorite box arts of all time. Splatoon is easily one of the most unique and creative games to hit the Wii U, period, possibly the most. And while Splatoon 2 is a superior game in pretty much every way for me personally, I still heavily enjoy the first game. Star Fox Guard is a short but incredibly creative and fun game. I don't know why, but I've always wanted a game like what Star Fox Guard is. I mean, I never really played the Star Fox games until recently, but there's just something so cool about the setup it is, man. I love it. It's just one of the most unique and awesome games I've played on the Wii U, and it's probably my favorite Star Fox title right now. At least Star Fox spin-off, which, I mean, I would include that with, like, Adventures and stuff like that, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's fantastic. Yoshi's Woolly World is probably overall my personal favorite Yoshi game. I haven't really played Crafted World yet, and I haven't played much of the original Yoshi's Island. No, that's not true, actually. I have played quite a bit of it. I just think I just prefer Woolly World. That just probably is my bias, but yeah, I really like Woolly World quite a lot. Mario Kart 8 is my second favorite Mario Kart, beaten only by Double Dash. The music, all that jazz, that jazzy intro, oh my goodness, it's so good. And I mean, it has probably the best tracks of any Mario Kart. I don't think there's one track in that game I dislike. It's insane. I love it so much. Yeah, Deluxe is better, obviously. I mean, it has more content. It's basically just the same game, but with more stuff and a better battle mode, because the battle mode in the original 8 on Wii U was horrible. But, I mean, I still don't care. I love the Wii U version.
All of these are good games that the Wii U can call its own. But can it, though? Because, I mean, so many of these games are so similar to other titles on other Nintendo consoles, specifically the 3DS. Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 7, Paper Mario Color Smash, Paper Mario Sticker Star, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario 3D Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, New Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Maker, Mario Maker for 3DS, Minecraft for 3DS, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Country Return 3D, Xenoblade Chronicles X, Xenoblade Chronicles 3DS, Hyrule Warriors 3DS, Yoshi's Woolly World, Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World, Star Fox Zero, Star Fox 64 3D, Mario Party 10, Mario Party 3DS titles. And yes, while so many of them were superior titles to their 3DS counterparts, that doesn't change the fact that they still feel so similar to so many other games. But it's not just that so many of the Wii U's games feel samey, it's also because a lot of these games were dog shit.
Paper Mario Color Splash was extremely boring and inferior to the first Paper Mario game, which stands as one of my favorites of all time. It was Super Mario Bros. U. I mean, the only thing really saving it from just being a straight up bad game that I dislike are the challenges, or I mean the challenge mode. And even then, I mean, no, the challenge modes was cool. Man, it's just the main game. It's just like pretty much every other new Super Mario Bros. Game. I mean, the entire world was connected, which I thought was pretty cool. I liked that, but no, other than that, no. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash is easily one of the worst Mario sports titles to ever be released, and maybe one of my least favorite Mario titles ever. I mean, especially comparing it to 8, I'm one of the few people that actually really liked Aces, but no, I mean, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, Isaac and Kai played that, not even a few months ago, and we were bored the entire time. There was just nothing to do other than just play tennis. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is a game that I actually haven't played, but if I don't mention it, then people will get confused and be like, oh, where's Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival? Here it is. Mario Party 10. I've already stated that I kind of like Mario Party 10, specifically the coin battle or coin mode or whatever, but the main game is pretty crappy. Star Fox Zero is probably overall the most hated on Wii U game of all time. I kind of think it's okay, but that doesn't mean it's an amazing game or anything, but I also don't think it's nearly as bad as others say it is. I am planning to do a video on this game, pouring out all my thoughts on it, so that way people can see exactly why I don't hate this game like others do. Pokken Tournament is the only video game other than Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I can unironically say gave me PTSD. And the worst part is, I'm not even kidding, anytime I fire that game up, I just get like Vietnam flashbacks to whenever my cousin Christian used Machamp. It's horrible. I don't like it. And Sonic Lost World and Boom Rise of Lyric are games I currently don't own because when I was a kid, I sold them because of how bad they were. And that's saying something because when I was a kid, if there was something moving and colorful on the screen, I probably liked it. And it's just kind of crazy that a game with moving colors, I hated it. None of these are truly bad games, with some exceptions, but they're just so meh.
And that's just one of the many reasons why the Wii U flopped as hard as it did. Some of the other reasons include living, being a thing, existence.
That's a joke, but in all seriousness, this console had so many flaws. I mean, to be honest, at times it feels like Nintendo wanted this console to fail because of its absolutely bizarre marketing. Like, does anybody remember that one Wii U trailer where there's this one kid who has a crush on this girl who's playing Smash with these older kids, and the kid buys an amiibo to impress the girl? Does anybody remember that one? That was weird. I didn't like that one. And like I said before, so many of the Wii U's games failed to carry their own identity. But even though some of them... Okay, most of them. But even though most of the Wii U's games lacked their own feel, that doesn't take away that a large chunk of the Wii U's games were quality. And even though so many people like to make fun of it, including myself, I still don't think it should be overlooked that this console was in many ways way more innovative than its predecessor, and it also has way less shovelware than the Wii U did. With the Wii U, couldn't take 5 steps without seeing a Pet's Dogs 2. With the Wii U, there was absolutely shovelware, but considerably less than so many other consoles.
The Wii U is easily one of the most love it or hate it consoles probably to ever come out. And whenever I say that, I'm not saying that people only either love or hate this thing. There's always a gray area, but to be honest, a lot of people don't know that that gray area exists, and that's probably why the Wii U is as hated or as loved as it is. Now, you could take what I'm about to say as you can't respect other people's opinions, even though that's not what I'm about to say at all. What I am about to say, though, is that it seems that in recent times, if something has enough flaws for somebody to consider it a bad thing, that completely overrides any good things that that thing has. And if you wholeheartedly believe that there is absolutely nothing good about the Wii U, I respect your opinion. But what I don't respect is people going into the comments section and saying that their opinion is objectively correct and spitting out all of these, quote, facts and saying, look, I have proof. There's no proof. You can't prove an opinion is objective. because there's no such thing as an objective opinion. And I don't respect the people who go into the comments and say, oh, you're just a Nintendo fanboy who just accepts anything that they throw out. And yeah, that's true. That doesn't make my opinion invalid. And while I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video instead of right here at the end, the whole point of this video is to show that flawed things can have good elements and good things can have flaws. There is always a gray area when it comes to things and opinions and just everything. There is always a gray area. Nothing is always entirely good or entirely bad. Anyway, I feel like we should actually talk about how the Wii U is actually so dead that if you have one in your house will actually die too. Hold on a second. Not again! Guess this is the new Greg now. Nice.